Hey guys, it's Josh. I'm down here in beautiful Puerto Penasco at one of my favorite spots, Lucky's, grabbing breakfast. I've actually gotten an appointment with our Mexican accountant in an hour. Gotta do some paperwork here for, I don't know if you can see it behind me there, but there's some condos. So we own one, bought it last year, and you are not supposed to rent it without going through their rental management pool so they can get their cut. So we got busted about 5 months ago because we've been renting it on Airbnb without them and just paying a gal down here to come do the cleaning and when we weren't using it, and they put a restriction on it, so we haven't been allowed to have any visitors or renters or anything for like 6 months, which has been great because it's been completely available for me to come down and my family whenever we want, but no income, and it can generate quite a bit of income. So anyways, I'll take you guys over there here in a little bit and show you after the appointment with the accountant. But anyways, that's what I'm doing. I had to get up this morning at 3:30. The border opens at 6, so I got up about 3:30. Actually, I was running a couple minutes behind, but I was down at the border when it opened at 6 and got down here to Puerto Penasco. It's about another hour from the border here to beautiful Rocky Point, and you're sitting right here down at the beach. And a lot of people don't even know where Rocky Point is. It's actually, so if you go down, it's not the Pacific Ocean. I mean, it kind of is the Pacific Ocean, but it comes way up. Down in Cabo, where Baja California goes all the way down, where the water splits, that creates the Sea of Cortez. It's actually a really long, tall gulf that comes up all the way almost to Arizona. Only about 60, 70 miles that separate the Arizona border and the coastline there at the top of the Sea of Cortez, or the Gulf of California, as it's sometimes called. Anyways, it's a beautiful spot down here. The water is much warmer than it is over on the west side of the peninsula, or off of San Diego or California. So it's a little clearer, much warmer. It's a lot of fun. Actually, if I have time, I'm definitely going to hit the jet skis today. If I'm able to do that, I'll definitely take you guys out with me. But anyways, just want to talk real quick, a little bit of real estate, and wanted to tell you guys that if you are struggling, that there is a good reason for the struggle. All right, I could flash some pictures of you that I've took of myself, you know, crying, freaking out, with expressions of fear, where I knew I would want to capture that moment later. I could.
Joshua Gayman, and I flip houses right here in the Phoenix market. 100% of the deals that I do are wholesale transactions, and people are always asking me, Josh, how do you get deals like this? I'm gonna show you step by step how I do this, how I acquire houses that are off market at a discount for less than they're worth and make a ton of money quickly flipping them to other buyers right in that very same market. Now guys, there's steps on marketing, there's steps on sales, there's steps on growing the business. All of this has allowed me to build a lifestyle that I can enjoy taking my kids on trips, my family on vacations, having an awesome house, cars, everything that I've wanted, the life of my dreams, and I want the same for you. So click the subscribe button, hit the little bell right here on YouTube so you get all the notifications, and follow along with this journey. We're also on Instagram at highgross14, and I can't wait to connect with you.
I don't know if I'm gonna show them, but I could. And the point is, when you go through, you're faced with adversity, you're faced with failure, you're struggling, you really have to focus on the vision of what you want. See, having my own spot on the beach, which is behind me way in the distance, but it's right here. You can see. And that was a vision of mine. It's been a vision of mine forever. I always knew I was gonna have a spot on the beach, and I always knew I was gonna be successful in real estate. But I can tell you, there has been nights and days and months and rough quarters and all that stuff in between, from when I very first got started 10 years ago to where I'm at today. And the hardest thing is mitigating those highs and lows, right? My brother always says, he says, Josh, you know, life is highs and lows, and it's mitigating the ups and downs in between peak and peak that makes all the difference. Making those shorter and less drastic between peak and peak, right? So if you're just getting started, you're still trying to figure out this thing out, how it works, and you just can't wrap your brain around it, and you're kind of struggling. That's probably why you're struggling, because you can't wrap your brain around it. Grab that confidence, and that's going to help you a ton. Thanks, man. To get a bunch of deals, right? So the hardest thing is when there are no leads and there are no deals and you are struggling and that's all you see. How do you see that the truth is success in spite of the circumstances. So the circumstances might be, I don't have enough leads, I'm struggling with leads, I'm not getting the right kind of sellers. They don't understand the difference between wholesale and retail. I'm not finding motivated sellers. I could make a whole list, right? But it's all BS. It's all the thing. It's all an excuse, right? The reality is that you're rich and that deals are coming to you abundantly from everywhere. And if you can see that reality, the deals are coming to you from everywhere, in spite of the circumstance that you don't have a lot of money in your bank account, you're struggling to keep marketing consistent, and you don't have any deals going on right now, or you have 1 or 2 deals and one of them just fell apart, whatever it is, right? You got to focus on the reality that this is coming to you. And it might not be this, right? It could be something totally different, but whatever your thing is. For me, it was the beach, the coast, right? Somewhere I could drive to. I could get up in the morning and be down for breakfast if I wanted to, right? Never is for you. Focus on that reality, no matter how hard it is. That's the biggest thing. That will push you through. That will elevate your game. And I promise you, it'll make all the difference. It's all between the ears. Like I've always said, sales, the hardest thing about sales is keeping your mind right. You know, people go 0 to 0, they make a bunch of sales, and they're like, crap, they get in their own head, not making any deals. They're like, what's going on? Oh, maybe I just got lucky. They start spinning themselves up, right? Even the greatest salespeople know. So the greatest salespeople also know that they've got to mitigate that. They've got to show up every day. Guys, 90% of success is just showing up. So if you're frustrated, the circumstances in front of you are not the reality that deals are coming to you, keep showing up, show up, and show up.
Yeah,
oh, thank you so much.
You're welcome, amigo.
All right. Muchas gracias. All right.
More coffee?
Poquito, sí.
Okay.
Bueno. Keep showing up, show up, and show up, and show up. And you know what? Sooner or later, and I promise you that the more time you spend focusing on the visual of the reality that really is coming to you, the sooner it will be, you'll have the life of your dreams. This business, wholesaling real estate, can do it. It doesn't matter what's going on with the market right now. If the market goes down, a lot of people we're seeing inventory rising really fast right now in the markets that we're actively investing in. You know what? It doesn't matter. If the market goes down again, if there's enough pressure that actually pushes prices back down, you know what will happen? Acquisitions actually gets easier, and dispositions somewhat gets easier too, because you stop selling to all these people that came into real estate to flip a house here and there, and you start selling to the professional real estate investors that are always buying, the buy and hold guys, the passive income guys, and then you start building your passive income portfolio as well. So guys, see what you want. If you want rental property, see it. If you want the beach, see it. If you want a nice car, see it. Big house, see it. Kids, wife, whatever it is, see it, right? Visualization works on every level. All right, guys, I am going to enjoy this fantastic Sonoran homemade tortilla. The rest of this breakfast here, you guys have an awesome day. Check out at the beach house here in a little bit.